shadows of Crimson Hill, but no one believed me. The first time I saw the shadow, it was just after sunset. The sky was painted in deep purples and reds, and the air was thick with the scent of damp earth. Standing at the edge of Crimson Hill, I caught a flicker of movement, something too quick, too silent to be anyone else from town. I blinked, but when I looked again, nothing was there. Yet, the chill that crept up my spine told me that I hadn't imagined it. It was as if the hill itself was watching, waiting. I tried to tell people about the shadows, but no one listened. They smiled politely, dismissing it as stress or small-town superstition. Even my closest friends urged me to let it go. But the feeling of being watched only grew stronger. At night, my windows rattled softly, and the faintest whisper grazed my ears, too faint to catch words, but heavy with meaning. I began to wonder if the hill held secrets that the town had buried long ago, secrets that now stirred awake. One evening, unable to resist the pull, I climbed Crimson Hill alone. The air was colder here, and the silence was oppressive. Beneath the gnarled branches, I found old stones half swallowed by moss and dirt, forgotten graves or markers, their inscriptions worn to near illegibility. As I stood there, a sudden breeze carried a low hum, almost like a chant, weaving through the branches. My heart pounded, torn between fear and a strange compulsion, as if the hill itself whispered my name. That night, sleep was elusive. Shadows crept behind my eyelids, and the whispering returned, clearer, but still indecipherable. I began keeping a journal, desperate to make sense of the fragments of fear and memory that clung to me. Each entry felt like a thread pulling me deeper into the hill's secret fabric, weaving a story no one else could see. I realized that the shadows weren't just phantoms. They were echoes of something lost, something waiting to be remembered. Days blurred into nights as I followed the unseen trail. The shadows grew bolder, sometimes near enough to feel their cold breath on my skin, yet always vanishing when I tried to confront them. The townsfolk's smiles became tighter, their eyes avoiding mine. I sensed an unspoken pact of silence, as if acknowledging the hill's presence was forbidden. Alone, I faced the growing darkness, torn between the fear of what I might find and the desperate need to uncover the truth. One evening, on the brink of despair, I returned to the hill with a small lantern and a recorder, hoping to capture the whispers. As I settled among the stones, the air thickened, and the chanting returned, this time unmistakable, chanting in a language I didn't know, but felt deep in my bones. Suddenly, the lantern flickered violently, plunging me into darkness, and the recorder picked up a voice, soft, urgent, pleading. It spoke my name, and then stopped, leaving a silence so profound it roared in my ears. I fled down the hill, heart racing, the voice echoing in my mind. When I played back the recording later, all that remained was static, no whispers, no voice. It was as if the hill had swallowed its secrets once more. I wanted to share this with the town, to break the silence, but my words fell on deaf ears. They saw only a desperate woman chasing shadows. Now, every time I look at Crimson Hill, I wonder what lies beneath its quiet veneer, what shadows wait patiently for someone to believe.